Morning, beautiful Sunday morning. I want to try to film a ride, hopefully to the Costco area from home. We're gonna use that, our little golf cart. My wife's coming with me. Let's see what happens. This is one of those, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm gonna try my best. Beautiful morning here. Eventually I'm gonna do a video just to show you the difference between 40-year-old plus section in terms of how the homes are laid out, or lot sizes or separation compared to the newer area. Like where I live, for example, it's a corner lot, but even if you look at my neighbor in the back, look how far is he from my home. True, we have an easement there for the power and whatever, but most villages have that. Still, look at the separation between my home and her home, or the other homes for that matter. Even my neighbor next door, Diane, all my neighbors are really cool. But look at the separation between our homes. And then I'm gonna show you, eventually, I'm gonna use this video for that, at least this footage. See how far our homes. And these are, even though they're manufactured, these are not small homes. Look at the separation. That's a standard home, and this is a manufactured home like mine. But look at the separation, the amount of space. Look at that bunny. I don't know if you see it. It's just jumping around. Oh man, that bunny's fast. So, I mean, I'm not advocating one or the other. I'm just trying to show you, like, a lot of people do that. They rebuild new homes. They buy homes like this, like that one, or any home. Sometimes there are lots available, like already clean. And they build their dream home. And now they build a dream home with one thing first, no bond. And number two, in a very well-developed area, like I've shown in my other videos, like hospital, shopping, even entertainment. We only about 5 minutes, maybe 6 minutes, depending on how you drive in a golf cart, to the Spanish Spring Town Square. And then about, at the most, 20 minutes to Lake Sumter, which is probably to me one of the coolest squares. Even though Eastport is kind of cool the way they build it, I still like Lake Sumter better. You know, it's where you live. I don't need to go to Eastport all the time, and people from Eastport maybe don't give a shit about coming over here. You know, but the cool thing is it's available to explore. We can do it. Yeah, a lot of birds. I think they get pissed off because probably there's some nests here, and they start, who the hell is that guy? So yeah, like that home over there, my neighbors. I have a lot of videos when the home was built. That home lot had a home like ours, exactly like ours. And they bought the lot because it's a water lot. Maybe you can see it through here now. It's a big lake back there, and they built a home. So, yeah, and my wife getting ready on the golf cart. And we're gonna have maybe some breakfast. So see you soon. Hey, my wife here. Say hello. Mira, allá arriba. We're going to the kind of the Costco area. This is the bridge again. It's like a little roller coaster. I don't know if I know. Probably he doesn't know I'm filming, but he waved and I waved, so that's all right. Part of the fun. So we're definitely gonna go again through, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna use that route today. There's two different ways and they're about the same time. Maybe one is a couple of more minutes, 5 at the most, longer, but it doesn't matter. But we're gonna use El Camino Real route, which is gonna require us to go through the Moore circle or roundabout. I nicknamed the Moore circle of death. That's a very, you need to pay a lot of attention everywhere, but in that one in particular. Again, Savannah Rec Center on the right, And I mean, you're looking at me different, but that right. And that one, rec center on the left, and the pool on the right, and hotels and whatever. And again, we're gonna pass kind of close to where my wife works, and that's a dog in a weird mode. Sunday, churches are gonna be full, a lot of cars, especially on my wife's preferred church, the Catholic St. Timothy something, yeah, Saint Timothy Catholic, St. Timothy. We try to go to some breakfast. It's a Sunday morning. It's temperature is still alright. It's not that bad. It's like, what is it, like 76 at what? Almost 9. That means it's gonna be a hot day. Plus they're forecasting showers, which we need in the afternoon. I think starting today. This might take a couple of hours with the stop to eat. But the ride itself to the Costco area is probably 25 minutes. We're gonna probably stop. Actually, I'm gonna drive all the way to Costco just to show you, how long it takes and whatever. And then we're gonna turn around and try to find a place to have breakfast. This is Morris. This is where I make a ride to go to the hospital, and if you wanna go to my wife's work, it's a car coming, but we can go through, and we still can go through. It doesn't work. I don't have to deal with those guys. So this is called El Camino Real, the road, and this is the multimodal. These are very wide, very nice. Some areas need to be worked, especially where the big trees are near the road, the model path, because what happened with roots. On the right is the hospital, but we are now on the left side of the road. I showed you that in the previous video. And again on the left, a bunch of medical stuff. Rehab, all kinds. You can see the helicopter maybe from here. Pilot doing his thing. Guys are always ready. They have to be in ready mode because you never know when it's needed, and they fly a lot. This is Freedom Point. It's called Freedom Point Health Center. It has to do with one of those assisted living facilities we're gonna see now, going to this little tree tunnel. So I'm gonna pause here. Coming the opposite way, there was a car that came out of this parking lot, and instead of going to this road, turned right into the multimodal, and I have the pictures. I found the pictures there in the video. I'm gonna show it to you. It was many years back. So this is senior living. This is like assisted living. They have two kinds, at least here. One is like a small apartment where if you can help yourself, but you need some care and some attention, there's one facility. And the other one is when you need full attention, meaning you can no longer, not even do your basic needs, you know what I mean, right? And they have that too. They're very pricey, but it is what it is. A lot of people don't have a choice, but have the money, or the family have the money, and at least they put them here, and they taken care of until that moment when they see the light and it's all gone. So this is the second one. I don't know which one's which. I don't know which one is the one. I know one has a multi-level parking where I see golf carts. That tells me that might be the one that people can go in and out, Stupid love box again. I need to do this. We are in the love box season, and that sucks. The other one is the one with the parking. So I'm guessing this is the one that on the left that you're gonna need some sort of attention full time. Just a guess. Google whatever you need and you find it. There's a paint can there, I understand that. I use this path a lot because one thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go through the Polo Fields. the Polo grounds, and our RC club used to have. No, I'm not gonna slow down. I can fix the road. We used to fly there, and now we are no longer allowed. I don't know if they're gonna allow us back. I don't know. So that's why I used to go a lot with the golf cart to fly my planes and be with my friends. I like to do that. So this road is called El Camino Real. On the farther right of the road, that's not the villagers. That's another manufactured home community. I wish you could see it, so you can see the difference between how the villages built and how other people built. I don't know if in that one you own the land. Some of those communities you need to rent the lot. And in our case, we own the land. Like, there's no rental, there's no nothing. Again, you have to be careful on this path because, you know, you see that guy walking. At least he's walking what I believe the right way, facing the traffic. But even some people use dark color when walking, and when they are in the shadow, sometimes they're hard to spot. This is the entrance for the Santo Domingo villages or villa or whatever section. If you don't know anything about Santo Domingo, that's the capital of the Dominican Republic. And I know that well because I worked there for about 4 years, pretty much full time. I spent more time those years in Santo Domingo than my home. When I came home over the weekend, it's actually 20-minute plane ride. But, you know, it's very close to Puerto Rico. A lot of illegal immigrants on boats, they try to make it to Puerto Rico, and sometimes they die, they get caught a lot, but I don't blame them, you know. And I spent so much time there that I started to sound Dominican, my pronunciation. I remember my wife saying, "Why you sound Dominican?" Maybe Dominicans are weak. So this is still the northern side, Spanish Springs / area, you want to call it anything. It's a cart coming opposite way, so I'm not gonna do that. The guy is paying attention. Look at his hand. So he's waving me in. Very nice. Thank you. You know, that's a responsible bike rider. Like, and I'm not in a rush. I knew there was a car coming, so I slowed down. There's no need to put anybody in danger. He's enjoying his ride. I'm enjoying mine. I don't need to get there at a certain time. I need to enjoy the ride. I'm showcasing this to you to show you how beautiful the nature is here. Like, remember, this is like 30 years old, easily, at least. Well, more than that, because even the town square is more than that. I think it's 31 years. But anyway, 30 plus years. So look at this. Compare. I have videos from the newer section. Again, I'm not saying one is better than the other, but if you ask me, I like to choose this. Plenty of golf courses around here. Actually, very beautiful golf courses. On the left, there's one. I believe it belongs to the Hacienda. I think this one is a championship golf course. I haven't played this one. And on the right, we have water treatment plants. You know, we have a bunch of those around here. And this is a very nice area, for sure. For a Sunday morning, it's easier this kind of drive because it's funny when you live in a retirement community. Weekdays, in terms of recreation and leisure, are more busy than weekends. You know. On the far right, that's the villages. Those homes do belong to the villages. So now we have villages, homes on both sides of the road. And this is soon you're gonna see one of the very few crossings that do allow to cross that road in order to get to that villages area or back on a golf cart. Meaning it's completely legal. It's by design. There's a light. So they control the traffic. But we're about to approach that. We have friends that live around here too. Very nice friends, actually. Steve and Barbara. coffee customer too, but a fellow RC flyer. He's a pilot too, real full size. I think he worked in the army. I think he's army retired. I'm not sure. I think that's what happened. So if you see this light coming up, this is light that you can actually cross that road towards the right or coming from there towards the left in order to go to that village's area. When you're crossing this road, you be very careful. Look at that car coming over. That's why you have to be really careful. He sees me. It don't matter. Like, I just keep going. So this is one of the legal crossings. This is Village Santiago. You're gonna get a lot of Spanish names out here, hence the name Spanish Springs, right? Why Schwartz did that, I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's a story about it somewhere. But to me, it's very, it relates a lot to us because these are names that we know. Like there's an actual street near the Spanish Springs Rec Center that's called San Juan, and that's the capital of Puerto Rico. So where we were born. I'm gonna put some pictures of both houses and where we grew up. Similar in size, townhome, like in the town. It's amazing where you're coming from and where you get to, right? I found those pictures the other day. It's very interesting. When I saw those pictures, especially mine, I'm going, Jesus. Those are my earlier memory of anything. With my grandpa, which his name was Jose too. And of course my mom, my grandma, my dad, that kind of thing. And what happened during those years. When you see carefully here, that little right turn, if I go right through here, that's one of those tunnels that, on that one, you go that way, and about 10 minutes from here, maybe 15 max, you're gonna get all the way to 42, and that's, what do you call it, let me turn here, the First Responders Rec Center. This is the Savannah Rec Center, and the reason I'm showing this to you, first you see how fast we got from home. We've been filming for what? Well, filming for 20 minutes, but I was taking a lot of time. So this rec center, very beautiful. The reason I'm showing it to you is if you do a lifestyle visit and your rep is okay, meaning do the right thing, you might get tickets to see a performance in here because we have at least 3, I'm gonna call it main venues, if you wanna call it anything. Let me turn around to show you that they do performances. Like we've been here many times. We saw an ABBA like group, very nice. They look alike, they sound like ABBA. I've seen a few here. This is our first time when we did our lifestyle in 2021, the weekend of July 4th. That's when we did the, I'm gonna take a little detour just to show you something very unique here in the village. I don't think they do it anymore. So this is Savannah Rec Center. Believe it or not, we are about 10 minutes away from where we wanna go. It's very close, but I'm taking these little tours. This is a golf cart path. These villas, I don't know how they call it. They are very unique in design. If you look at the roof and the villa colors, they are exactly the same. And that's one of the restrictions, okay? These are like, I'm gonna call it sideways. They are in an angle. They're bigger than what you think. I got a friend that had one of these somewhere, another area, and they were bigger than you think, honestly. Freedom of speech in display there. So, but if you look carefully, look at the landscaping, look at the roof color, look at the villa colors. This is a very restrictive place to live. It's okay, but you come here with the intention, and I was impressed. I was in one of the meetings when somebody tried to do that. Oh, I'm gonna change my roof, or I'm gonna paint it some other way. If you come with that mindset, I can guarantee you right now, you're gonna have a lot of trouble. You can have somehow different roof, but you have to be in that shade, in that green type, okay? So, but hey, this is like, believe it or not, this is low maintenance because there's no grass to mow, except you can have it, like, look at this guy on the left. I think that's how they come. And then most people ask permission and switch to rocks because they don't want to do anything. and I don't blame them. So this is what I want to take this little detour, because this is very unique. There's a few like this with the exact same restrictions in terms of what color you can paint, what roof you can have, that kind of thing. What can you do in the landscape? But on the left here, that's a visitors parking. It's a lot of fight with those, because even though it's for visitors only and it has a big sign that says residents only, guess what happens? A lot of residents park the extra cars there, and there's been a lot. Some people left cars there that were not even working without license plate or broken. It's always, I always say it, there's always idiots around that want to take advantage, not follow the rules. If you are the kind of person that don't like to follow the rules, don't move here, because you get in a lot of trouble and it's gonna cost you a lot of money. Villagers don't give a shit. Like, who you are? Morning. Look at that doggy. So we're gonna continue now. We just went around inside this parking lot, but basically from the right you can come over and do your thing. So this is one of those tunnels. We're heading to the polo grounds on purpose. I'm gonna enter the polo grounds because there's two tunnels here. This is not one. This is still regular tunnel. But there are two tunnels here. They are the lowest tunnels in the villages. Some carts, if they are not designed properly, won't pass. Or if they pass, they're gonna need a new paint job on the roof. So if you turn right where that cart's coming, you get the same way to the First Responders Rec Center area, whatever that was. Oh my God, I should have gone. That lady's so slow. She's really enjoying her morning ride. So we just went under Buena Vista Boulevard. Okay. So this is Buena Vista on the left. People always smiling. I like that. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe not from here. But the land on the left after the road with the brown fences are. Let me see if I can do a little turn towards that land here that is open. I'm gonna try. Let me show you. So you see that land over the road over there after that? That is a preserve for, I believe, turtles, right? Or tortoises. I don't know. The ones that live on the ground. And there's a lot of nests there. Nobody can touch that. The Morse family. I think it's called actually the Sharon Preserve. Google it. But nothing's gonna be built there, at least for now. And if you look carefully, from here you might. Let me see if I can do that. And you can see it's a lot of stakes and a little mounds. Those are nests, and they're identified. And believe it, they're very big about that. Like, so don't fool around with stuff like that. They won't allow it. Again, crossing one of the gate guards. Gates are there to protect everybody, especially golf carts. We can go right like that golf cart did and eventually get to wherever we want to, but I like to take this route, just keep showing to you. And maybe from here you can see the ground stakes, I don't know. That's a golf cart, by the way. That's not a cart. Looks like a cart, but it's a golf cart. A guy is in shape. He's definitely somebody's kid, too young to, I don't know. And again, more villas on the left and on the right. Now we are approaching the polo grounds. The Polo Fields, very nice polo fields. I'm not into polo. I used to fly there, so I saw the practices and I saw the horses and people playing. I'm not into that, but I think to spend some time with friends, it's a cool activity. You pay $20 per person or per golf cart. I'm not sure. I need to Google that. These are on the left, the practice field. They have practice fields and regular field, like playing field. We're gonna see the main one soon. That's where we used to fly. But technically speaking, the Polo Fields do not belong or are not part of the amenities fees or the villagers. The Morse family owns that. I think that's their main hobby. They are into horses, I think. Actually, behind the polo ground is what the Morse compound is or used to be. I don't know. They keep changing places. Big houses, beautiful, very acres and acres of separation. There's some horses there. I don't know if they have a game today. If they do, I cannot get in. I'm going to try to get as close as possible because I want to show you that that's one of the tunnels that I'm telling you is really, really low. I used to have a Yamaha Concierge, which is a very nice golf cart. It's gas powered, and that one have 4 seats facing forward, kind of long as my mini truck, my espresso truck. And with that one, if I wasn't careful in some of these tunnels, especially the one that I'm about to show you, you can scrape the roof, and I did. And I remember turning into the tunnel. You need to find the middle as long as you can. They are kind of like this, right? The sides are closer. So I remember hearing this weird noise. I'm like, what the hell is that noise? And then halfway through the tunnel, holy shit, it's me. I was scraping my golf cart. Okay, so this is Southern Trace Road on the right. If we turn right there, we go all the way to where we want it, to Costco or whatever. I want to make sure this lady is okay. And I remember, so it's called the Southern Trace shopping plaza. So this is one of the 2 tunnels in the villages that are really low. Watch this. I've been here before. This is really low. Like, I don't know. You see? So I was too much to the right, and you can see the scrape marks on the roof. And I scraped the roof of my golf cart. It wasn't a big of a deal, but I did. So I'm gonna go into the polo grounds now. This is Saddlebrook. I think I pronounced it right. Saddlebrook Rec Center. Saddle, I think, has to do with the horse saddle. I know that because my late son used to work on Shopify, and he had a customer, which is a lady that sold those, and he manages her website. So that's why I kind of know. Yeah, Saddlebrook Rec Center. If I've been there, it's to use the bathroom. One of the cool things about the villagers, you see these rec centers, they have the most clean, air-conditioned bathroom you ever need. So if you are a person that requires a lot of bathroom stuff, don't worry. Because believe me, there's one literally in every corner. And as a villager, you have access. And even if you are from outside, I've taken a lot of friends that are not villagers, and no problem. Because they know people just want to use the bathroom or restroom. So these are the polo grounds. Again, the same games, which I have no idea what they are. Or I don't play these games. I do know that the softball field that we're going to see, they use it a lot. It's always busy. So we're going to, again, go on that tunnel because we need to go to eat. From this to Costco, it's maybe 10 minutes, maybe. So these are the polo grounds. The loop is closed. That means probably games going on, or we are still in season. I don't know. I'm gonna show you as much as I can. Yeah. So on the right is the softball playground. That's a very busy place. And on the left is the main pavilion for the what you call this? Yeah, I'm just gonna turn around because I'm pretty sure all the gates are closed. But that's how you get into the polo field. They had 2 fields on each side. I have flown also on both, because they do special activities, and so they ask us to perform, and it's a very cool place. One other day I might go inside, but right now I think we are in season. They have only 2 seasons of polos. I can't remember the exact month, but it seems to me that we are in season. Yeah. And that's why the gates are closed. And let me explain how you can either buy a ticket for the main pavilion. They have like a stadium seats. Maybe you can see it from here. Let me see. You see that over there, that green building? You can do that. Or if you see that little road where those guys are going? And then as soon as you pass that big tree, they allow golf cart parking, and you can watch the match from your golf cart. And I think that's the cheapest one, $20. And they do have speakers on the ground. You can hear whatever's going on. And you can participate. Polo has this tradition where you can go and clean the field, or I don't know. That's a stop sign, dude. Yeah. You see what I mean about you have to be ready? That guy was, with all the intention in the world, guess what? To keep going. We're gonna go back to that tunnel. I'm gonna show you how to get to the, there's another way. Actually, on the way back, we're gonna take the other way to take that. So this is how you do it. And if you have a larger, longer cart, this is how you do it. You go all the way to the left, because this is a sharp 90-degree turn. This is where you can get really bad in the tunnel. I'm gonna go slow so you can hopefully see the scrapes on the roof, on the tunnel roof. And some of those are mine. Look at this guy. You see that? See how you have to be careful, because people are crazy. Look at that bike. He was doing easily 15, 20 miles an hour into that tunnel. And he was already pointing towards me. That's how you get in trouble. What the hurry? Another golf course, I have no idea which one is it. Another postal office, again. You see, I guess Saddlebrook area. This is, so this little road is gonna take us all the way to the shopping plaza. Very cool. I know somebody that lives in this area. His name is Dave. I haven't seen him in a long time, but I saw him recently, and I'm glad I saw him, because for a while he kind of disconnected. He's by himself. And I like to share time with people, because I understand there's a lot of people that are by themselves here, right? ¿Verdad, Maria? Yeah. She works with the medical office, and she can tell, a lot of people, they have no spouse, either man or woman, it doesn't matter. And because maybe they arrived together and one left, or meaning died. And so there's a lot of that here. And if I can share time with people, I do it. No te oigo. Yeah.
We have a lot of neighbors that live alone.
Yeah.
We never see any kids, any child, any siblings, parents. Nope.
Like most people, what she said is like they don't receive. I don't know if they have kids or not, but we barely see people coming over to see them. That's sad, in my opinion. But my friend lives in one of these homes on the left. I can't remember. I need to Google the address. It's very close from here. And we are approaching the gate. I'm gonna let this car go. There's a car behind me. You have to pay attention, because we're about, to approach the gate, and you don't want to be in the golf cart lane with a car behind you, and you need to defensive driving, golf cart or car. That's the name of the game here. So again, now we're still in Village's property. All this again, medical building and banks and whatever, gas station. Over there is 466, one of the main east-west roads here. But we can go there, so we use Wedgwood Lane. And again, financial people. This is a lot of banks and finance stuff on this road on 466. A lot of them. Actually, our credit union is right here. We're gonna pass it. Dental implant, clear choice. All right, I might have to do that. Another urgent care there from Advent Health. There's a lot of those here. This little mountain thing you see on the left, that building with the dark blue awnings, that's a Bi-Star Credit Union. That's our bank. And on the right, more financial and medicine, and Also on the left here, it's a place that we like a lot, Culver's. We love the burgers and ice cream. Good price, good service, very busy. Be ready. So I'm gonna take a right here, so we go through the entire shopping plaza, and maybe Jeff Bagels is not that crazy. We might stop there and see what's all about. It's a new place called Jeff Bagels. So this is again one of those, like I mentioned, public plaza with pizza and nails and UPS store, whatever. It's like a little cookie cutter for commercial. Ace Hardware on the right, like the one we have at home. Awesome. What's this? Havertys. That's a big, what do you call that? Yeah. Oh, Jeff Bagels. Yeah, it doesn't look that full, so we're gonna go in. Yeah, this is a new place, very popular recently, like because people love bagels. I think they are from New York or something, I'm not sure. Anyway, let's stop here. So, we made it to Jeff Bagels. Good place. Okay price. Espresso coffee, they need to train better. They have a good machine, actually a very good machine. It's a brand called Eversys. Those are called super auto machine. That's when you don't want to have like a barista. The machine will do everything for you. That's our transport mode. This is what this shopping plaza looks like. Now we're gonna go from here, Jeff Bagels area, to Costco, and I'm gonna continue all the way to Walmart. It's kind of all together. Let me show you what that is.